Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you computer first lesson, that is storage and memory device. Before going to the topic, let us have a quick recap on what we have studied earlier. We have discussed about data, processing and information. What is data? Data is a collection of raw facts and figures. What we are giving to the computer for processing. Processing is the working on the instructions given to the computer. Next, what is information? Information is the result which we get after processing. It depends on the data what we are giving to the computer. Next, we have talked about fundamental operations. There are three fundamental operations: input output operation, logical operations, and mathematical operations. Now let us discuss what is data storage units. The term data is derived from a Latin term datum. The computer stores numbers, letters, and other characters in a coded form. When we enter a character using keyboard, the computer converts it into a binary form. The binary form consisting of two digits, that is 0 and 1s, which are called as binary digits. Whatever instructions we are giving to the computer, that gets coded into binary digits. So, what are binary digits? Binary digits are composed of two digits, that is 0 and 1. So before that, let us discuss what is bit and byte. Bit. The word bit is a short form for binary digit. A bit is the smallest piece of computer information. Byte. Most computers use combination of 8 bits called bytes to represent one character of data. So when we are typing, that gets converted into binary digits. So most computers use combination of 8 bits called bytes to represent one character of a data. One character of a data, for example, A, B, C, any character what we are typing, that consisting of 8 bits. One character consisting of 8 bits. So once again I'm repeating, what is a bit? The word bit is a short form for binary digit. A bit is the smallest piece of computer information. Byte. Most computers use combination of 8 bits called bytes to represent one character of a data. Various measurement units of storage are 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. So 1 byte is 8 bits. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB. 1024 KB is equal to 1 MB megabyte. 1024 megabyte is equal to 1 gigabyte. 1024 gigabyte is equal to 1 terabyte. 1024 terabyte is equal to 1 petabyte. 1024 petabyte is equal to 1 exabyte. 1024 exabyte is equal to 1 zettabyte. So children, remember this. This is important word. Remember, 8 bits is 1 byte. So a character contains how many bytes? It contains 8 bits. One character consisting of 8 bits. So 8 bits make 1 byte. 8 bits make 1 byte. Now let us once again define what is a byte. A byte is the smallest unit of storage which represents a character in a computer. A bit is the smallest unit of storage which represents a character in a computer. Whereas 1 bit is an elementary unit of memory. So now let us discuss about computer memory. Previously I have told you about memory. Now what is memory? Memory is the basic unit of computer where it can store data and instructions. So computer is provided with artificial memory, so where we can store the data and instructions so that we can retrieve it later use. Next, data and instructions entered into the computer through an input device have to be stored inside the computer before processing starts. All the data and instructions are stored in computer memory. Computer memory can be categorized into two, that is memory, internal memory and external memory. Internal memory is also called as primary memory and external memory is also called as secondary memory. Once again I am repeating, what is memory? Memory is the basic unit of computer where it can store data and instructions. The data and instructions entered into the computer through an input device have to be stored inside the computer before processing starts. All the data and instructions are stored in the computer memory. Computer memory is categorized into two, internal memory and external memory. Internal memory is also called as primary memory. External memory is also called as secondary memory. Now let us discuss what is internal memory. Internal memory means it is inside the computer. It is already inbuilt when we purchase. Okay. Next, it is the main memory of the computer system. It has very fast access time and smaller storage capacity with respect to the external memory of the system. It's also known as primary memory or a main memory. So, internal memory has two components, that is RAM and ROM. You might have heard about this RAM and ROM. So, now what is, again I am repeating, what is internal memory? Internal memory is most important memory. It is fitted inside the computer. It is the main memory of the computer system. It has very fast access time and smaller storage capacity with respect to the external memory of the system. It's also known as primary memory or the main memory. Internal memory has two components, RAM and ROM. Now what is RAM? RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It is the smallest storage area in a computer where the applications, programs and data is in current use are kept. RAM is smaller than hard disk both in size and capacity. The storage capacity of RAM can be increased to some extent. RAM is much faster in reading and writing data as compared to hard disk. CD-ROM or DVD. RAM is called volatile memory as the data remains till the power supply to the computer is on and the data is lost as soon as the computer is switched off. So, in short, what is RAM? RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It's most important memory which is inside the computer. So, but it is smaller than hard disk both in size and capacity. RAM RAM is much faster in reading and writing the data as compared to the CD-ROM or DVD. RAM is volatile memory because when the power supply is off, all the data what we have typed gets erased. Next, we talk about ROM, read-only memory. Data stored can be read but new data cannot be written onto it. Whereas in RAM we can write it as well as we can read it, but here we can only read the instructions. ROM is called as non-volatile memory as the programs stored are not erased when the system is switched off. The stored information ROM can be directly accessed by central processing unit. So ROM, once again I am repeating, it's called as non-volatile memory because even when the computer is switched off, data is not erased. The data remains in the memory. Let us discuss more about RAM and ROM. The data or instructions can be read as well as written. The stored information can only be read but nothing can be written onto it. In ROM, in RAM, the information is lost when the power supply is switched off. In ROM, the information remains even if the power supply is switched off. So, once again, I am repeating what's the difference between RAM and ROM. The data or the instructions can be read as well as written onto it, but in ROM, the stored information can only be read but nothing can be written onto it. In RAM, the information is lost when the power supply is switched off. In ROM, the information remains even if the power supply is switched off. So, I hope children you have understood. Thank you.